South East Queensland residents are being urged to make sure their rainwater tanks are properly maintained to avoid a public health disaster. New research has found a mosquito typically found in tropical climates is able to survive Brisbane's winters and could spread dengue fever.
The Aedes aegypti mosquito infects hundreds of millions of people across the world each year with dengue, Zika and yellow fever. It's long been thought conditions in Brisbane during winter were inhospitable for the species.
We wanted to test, now that there's over 100,000 rainwater tanks in Brisbane, whether or not these enhance the survival of the species.
In controlled experiments, researchers simulated Brisbane winter conditions, raising mosquito larvae in tanks and buckets of water.
70% of the juvenile stages survived in the tanks compared to 50% in buckets.
It's estimated more than 40% of Brisbane homes have rainwater tanks, which protect the disease-carrying mosquito from the cold.
It means that whenever a person with dengue comes in from a regional country, then suddenly the prospect of that dengue being transmitted by a locally competent mosquito is a very real one.
In recent years, outbreaks of dengue fever have been confined to North Queensland. It hasn't been seen in Brisbane since 1943.
Authorities spent a lot of time making sure that rainwater tanks were sealed or removed, and in doing so they managed to eliminate the dengue fever mosquito from Brisbane.
There's no suggestion that rainwater tanks should be removed, but homeowners are being urged to make sure they're well maintained. That includes checks to ensure sieves at the entrance and overflow are intact, no cracks in plastic tanks, first flush devices are draining and that house gutters are free of leaves, demonstrating that biosecurity in the backyard is just as important as it is at the border. Daya Clark, ABC News.
Still to come on ABC News, the death of the gentlest of giants.